Balance of the Planet is an educational simulation about the environment. The development version of the game is fully operational, but we're still bringing up the internet version, so I'm just going to walk you through the game step by step. The game is organized as a large hyperdocument, a causal network of all the different factors that contribute to our environmental problems. Each factor is connected to its causes and effects, that is, to each of the factors that it affects, as well as to each of the factors that affect it. There are more than 80 of these different environmental factors, such as agrochemical use, flood deaths, gasoline use, lung disease, NOx emissions, nuclear energy, ocean acidification, public transport, snow cover, sulfur dioxide emissions, wind energy production, and many more. For each factor, we show a pretty picture and some text explaining basically what this factor is all about. We also present links to sources on the internet that provide additional information or alternate points of view. An additional source of information is what we call the backgrounders. There are nearly 100 of these. By clicking on one of the links presented in the core text, you can look at a backgrounder explaining some of the physical forces at work. You can follow these backgrounders quite deeply, exploring such issues as the absorption of light or light itself. There are many of these: automobile safety, bicycling, condensers, drought, fracking, and glaciers, among many others. Now, you play the game by controlling 6 taxes on 6 different environmental pollutants. The revenues so derived from those taxes go into your piggy bank, and you then disperse those revenues among 5 different environmentally worthy subsidies. Those are the only decisions you make: the taxes and the subsidies. Once you've decided on the mix of taxes and subsidies that you want, you click on the Tally-Ho button to engage the simulation, which then calculates the evolution of the planetary system over the next 58 years, presenting the results in the form of a large series of bar graphs, one for each of the environmental factors. By examining these bar graphs, you can see what got bigger, what got smaller, what didn't happen, what went wrong, and you can decide on maybe what taxes or subsidies you need to alter in order to fix the problems. You do that by simply clicking the New Game button, and the game starts over. So the idea is that the game is meant to be played many times, and each playing is actually fairly quick. Now, what are the lessons that this game teaches? The first lesson is that environmental problems are complicated. If these things were simple, we would have solved them a long time ago, but they're not. The second lesson is that there are no good guys and no bad guys. We can't solve this problem by blaming other people. The problems are deeply embedded in the structure of our civilization. The third big lesson of this game is that the solutions involve nasty trade-offs in which some things are good for some people but bad for other people. And that's what makes these problems so difficult to solve. Now, of course, you might wonder, is this game accurate or fair? Now, I've done the best I can to put together the best numbers to control it, but I acknowledge that there are different points of view. That's why I provide an environmentalist scenario in which the underlying numbers are skewed more towards what an environmentalist might see in the world. An industrialist scenario provides numbers that are skewed in favor of an industrialist point of view. A third scenario challenges the player to establish the value of a human life in dollar terms. It's estimates like this that are crucial to solving our environmental problems, but very painful to make. Finally, at the most advanced level, you can set all the numbers in the game. How safe is nuclear power? How dangerous is climate change? How important is economic growth? The player can control these numbers and see what the results are. That is Balance of the Planet. No dancing dolphins, no cute baby harp seals, just a solid analysis of the real environmental problems facing us. Thank you.